Game
Command.
started.
Michaelex from Ireland. Oh, cool. Let's see. Against e4, I played. Let's try the French defense. I haven't played that in a while. Okay, this is unusual response. c3. Go ahead with my plan. I don't know. As c3 blocks in his knight, that gives up the e-pawn.
Check.
And maybe he has a way to recapture it. Yeah, check and take. Interesting. So let's develop the knight. And develop the other knight. Okay. So what kind of position is this? He can play d4 anytime, and he'll have a good square for... He has good diagonals for both his bishops. His only problem piece maybe is this knight here. And I have a problem bishop here, so maybe let's try a fianchetto system. Give my bishop a square over here or here to go to. And white is behind in development too, so his pieces should be okay if he has time to develop them. And I didn't see any immediate targets. You know, if there's targets out there that you can attack, then you can sometimes confound your opponent, making it difficult for him to complete his development by just making threats. But for example, if I ever play bishop c5 here, trying to get something on f2, he just throws in the move d4, which he probably wants to play anyway. So let's go here. And then castle. And then there's d5. Okay, so I want to avoid the pin on this knight, so I'm playing h6. And maybe route this knight over the king side and then get in the move c5. Try and undermine his central structure there. So he still needs to find homes for these pieces. That's good. Going ahead with c4 himself. It has weakened d5 here, d4 rather. d4 is weaker. But it's not under attack. I could exchange off this knight, but then when he takes back with the bishop, it hits my rook. Okay, I can play c4 here, c5. Takes, or pushes ahead. And I take. I think I want to open it up while his development is lagging. And whether he pushes or takes, at least it will give me an extra open file. And if he defends, I can take, right? If there's nothing better. I took with the knight. I was thinking he might take with the bishop and threaten to take here and mess up my pawns. Okay. That's not really under attack. It's defended by the bishop and the queen. But this is a half-open file for my rook anyway. This knight, maybe it goes to... maybe this knight goes to f5, harassing his bishop. Okay, he's expanding on the queen side. If I kick the knight immediately, this pawn is a bit loose. Knight goes back to there. Let's play knight here first. And then kick his knight, so I'm covering this square. Can play rook here. Rook d1, queen e7 there maybe. Now, is there anything going on over here yet? And okay, I guess I move the queen first. This I'm still threatening to exchange this bishop, I think. It's a good thing I didn't play a6 and kick the knight, though, because this would have been weak, and chasing my queen away would have dropped that pawn. Okay, so he just dropped his bishop back. So knight to h4 threatens on g2. And then if he pushes, then I can just play knight here. It seems like this forces some weaknesses. On his king side, how else can he defend? He can defend with the bishop, and I can just take it. He doesn't defend. So should I take with the bishop or the knight? I guess, okay, is he threatening to come in here with his knight or something? Take with the knight. I think the knight can come back out to h4 and then go to f3. Oh, he's covering f3, but knight back to h4 is not too bad. Can't come to f4 because his bishop is covering it. Oh no, actually f4 is possible too. Knight f4, bishop takes, bishop takes. And it also hits the pawn on h4, h3. Okay, he defends, yeah. Now what? If I play e5, hitting the knight, he can move his knight to f5, which is kind of annoying. You just get a rook on an open file. Maybe bishop to e5, threatening his knight now. But I expect I need to move my knight first because my bishop is going to be overloaded if it threatens the knight, but it's not really threatening it because it's needed to defend this knight. So where shall I put this knight? Just retreat here, I guess. Now bishop to e4 is possible. Bishop e5. Yeah, he gets his bishop on that diagonal. That's a good idea for him. So what I'm thinking with putting the knight there again is I could play e4 now, e5, and the f5 square is guarded. Force this knight back a bit. This pawn is still protected, though. He moved his knight here, and he's got his queen on it. And I'm attacking with the bishop and the knight. let's see, this doesn't have too many good squares, right? So there, or there, or there. I guess he could come there again, but I would just kick it, I think. Okay. Do I want to do a sack of some kind? I could take here. Yeah, that works. I could take the knight and then take here with my knight. And that's check, and it forks these two pieces. Yay! Picks up a pawn. And it's an important pawn. It's near his king there. And my bishops are still pointing towards the king's side, so this should be pretty good for me. He did manage to get all his pieces out.
Check.
Yeah, actually this wins wins. I thought I was just giving up the exchange and getting it back, but this wins the whole piece, right? Because I give up a rook and I win a rook and a knight. Yeah, so I'm a piece up. It's one rook and 3 pieces, and I have 1 rook and 4 pieces, so a better tactic than I thought. Yeah, so he attacks the pawn and my knight, so but he walks into
Check.
this fork. So that's it's game over.
White resigns.
Okay, well, I'm going to upload this anyway. There were some nice tactics there, although yeah, my rating has gone down. I've played a bunch of games and lost, so when that happens, your opponents are weaker, so they don't spot the tactics. But at least you get to play the tactics then. So I'll do a postmortem too, and see you guys later. Bye.